Hi, I'm Rocky, and welcome to my channel. What we're going to do today is I'm going to build some very inexpensive shelving out of pallets. I got this idea because I was trying to figure out a way to put a lot of shelving inside of semi-trailers to store all 50 years worth of treasures. But I went to Home Depot, and to build shelves that I wanted to buy them was going to be about $350 a shelf. So I wanted to look at something else. I couldn't find anything on YouTube in regards to using pallets. I came up with this idea. Instead of taking the pallets apart, I'm going to use the pallets as they are assembled using 2x4s, screws, and some metal banding I had left over from some metal buildings I built. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do for my pallet shelving, I need a height of 74 inches. So I'm going to take these premium grade building studs, and I'm going to mark them all at 74 inches overall length. Everything I do from here, we're going to do everything from one end of it, the bottom. That way, everything is the same length. All our weight is transferred to the bottom, so that's when we put the shelf together, so that's what we're gonna do.
What defines the bottom?
The bottom shelf where the weight from the whole shelf bears down on. That's a good question.
And then the board, what is the bottom of the board? Is factory cut?
Yes, and we're gonna use the bottom of the stud that's factory cut and use that. So anything that's off or a little bit off, because we're building with wood instead of metal, anything that's wrong will be up top. We'll try to keep everything within, say, 1/8 of an inch, which I guess is acceptable. So I'm going to mark all these studs at 74 inches. Now what I'm going to do is, because I'm using blocking, is come over here and you see I put these blocking underneath the shelves here. If you're really going to load some heavy stuff on here, what you could do is take this 2x4 and cut it so it went all the way down to this one, transferred the weight to this pallet stringer, and then put it down length all the way to the floor, so you're transferring all your weight to the floor. I'm not dealing with that much weight, but pretty heavy. So I know that the distance here is 18.5 inches, so I'm going to mark these all at 9 1/4, so I can use the 2x4 to hold on to when I'm using the skill saw. Because I am not a carpenter by trade, and I don't want to be a statistic. Put my safety glasses on. They got cheaters in them. I forgot to mark the blocking. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna start picking up my pallets and lining them up. Bottom pallet. Top pallet. Okay, I'm going to start with the mill end first. I'm going to put that on the bottom pallet. This is the bottom one. This is the stringer that we're going to have hit the ground. I'm going to make sure that this all lines up on that side, flush with the bottom of the pallet. Same thing I'm going to do. Same thing I'm going to do over here. I'm not really worried about where the top is right now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, these are lined, these are pretty square, but I'm going to put a screw in the center, so if I have to, I can swing the piece around. I'll find out what I did with the bit stuck in the last screw hole I did. You buy these screws, they give you extra bits.
What size screws are those?
These are number 9-inch screws, 3 inches long, and they're Torx 25s. Again, I am not a carpenter. Now what I'm going to check is my width measurement on these studs, stringer going to the floor, should be 44 inches, and they are, same width as the pallet. So now I'm going to go up here to this end. And I'm going to locate this pallet. Now what I want to do is make sure that these are 44 inches apart. So I got to go this way a little bit, about 1/4 of an inch. This one looks a little better, so. Again, I'm going to put a screw in the center of each one, so I got that little bit of a swing joint that I was talking about, and I'll show you what that means when we square this up. I'm looking for 44 inches here. Right there. Put the one in the center. What I'm looking for is I'm going to go for the hypotenuse of this right here. I'm looking for 86 inches plus or minus, say, 1/8, 1/4 to 1/8. That is 86 exactly. And this one is 86 exactly. That is really quick. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna put 3 screws in the base of each one to hold it square. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find the place for my middle shelf. And I'm measuring from the bottom of the shelf. Because that is what I call our control. So I know that I want my shelf 39 inches to the top of the shelf. I put in a little mark. I'm used to using soapstone. Guys can't see off camera is I got another pair of hands helping. I'm gonna come over here and square this up. You can tell by my hammer I'm a carpenter. Now what I'm doing here is I'm putting these 1, 3, I'm just using the triangle because I don't want to split the stringer on the pallet if I can help it. I haven't split one yet. This is my 6th shelf. I think that's more of a testament to the quality of the pallet wood. Okay, that's done. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll this over so I can put the stringers on the other side. Give you an idea how rigid this thing is. Okay.
You checking for the factory cut?
Yep. I don't think I mixed them up. Got a little warp in that, so we'll use that in our favor. Okay, we're pretty much going to be held square from the other side. I mean, we can undo the square a little bit. And what's important is I want this end, everything to be flush with the floor, because this is where all the weight transfers. So I'm going to make sure that that's flat. Put that one in the center again, so we got a swing joint. More. $44. Remember, what I'm looking for is flat on the floor. That's more important than any of it. Okay. Remember, we're going to 39 inches top of shelf from the floor.
And then are we at 86?
What's that?
Are we at 86 on the diagonal?
You know what? That's a good idea. That being said, there's not a whole lot we can do about it now, though, because it's the other side is screwed in. But it should be really close. 85.5. But if you look down, these 2x4s are just a little bit warped. 86. We're off about 3/8 of an inch. That they can't make up. It's not a big deal. Okay.
All right, what's next?
What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna roll this thing back up, stand it up, so we can put our metal cross bracing on. See how wobbly that is that way? And not wobbly this way. So what we're gonna do now, while we were off camera, what I did was I pre-cut all these to about 90 inches long and then drilled one end of it, so it makes it easier for me to handle it. And I go down here, and I just put this in the bottom. I pre-drill this, and I'll show you why. Look, I got a good strap there. So when I pre-drill this about right here, and I'm going to use the screw like a winch. I'm going to give it a little bit of angle to it so it sucks it up tight. And that makes it tight. I have more little bitty cuts on my hand from this part than anything.
What size are these screws?
These screws are number 9-inch screws, 2 inches long. Again, I'm going to use a little, like, screw winch idea, like guitar strings. Okay, I'm going to do the other side here real fast. Try to pre-start as much of this stuff as I can, because it just makes it easier. Great time. Alright, what I'm doing now is starting my screws for my blocks. Now these blocks are ones that if you wanted to, you could run them from one shelf all the way down to the floor and it would increase your weight capacity of your shelf. I don't need that much, and it would have taken twice as many 2x4 studs. Whoa. That's a big, big wasp. Do a little trimming. I think somebody's cut wire with this. Got my carpenter's hammer. That's it. We're done. Please like and subscribe. Give us a hand.